tonight's hobby enhancement is a Japanese style beer, apparently, made by a bunch of Australians and located on the shelf next to the actual Japanese beers. Fuck knows what the kanji actually says. Right, well, it's time for some New Year's optimism. After I looked at the 2023 accomplishments, I took stock of what's left to get through. Pretty much all of this lot for 2024. And I thought that since there's not a lot else going on in the silly season, I'd give you a look through it. So what have we got? We have demons. That's right, I promised I'd speed paint 3,000 odd points worth of demons. Ideally before the old world comes out. We'll see if that's even vaguely possible. Then I'll probably do the old world army. I hope I've seen the box art for the skellies, and while I'm not keen on them, they might bring out some Chaos Warriors, maybe some Empire. I'd even do High Elves if that was the only box set going. Weirdly not Bretonians though, not a fan. I like to play against them but not with them. What else? The rest of the Spanish fleet I was showing in the last video. Shed loads of unpainted Team Yankee. Look at that. That's piles of Russians, including Russian fighters. And the BMPs for those which are still in their boxes. On top of that, I've been putting this job off forever and a day. I've been putting it off for years, in fact. In the corner there, let's see if I can zoom in on that. We have very poorly illuminated American infantry in their full Murdoch paint scheme. Now you field these guys as Marines usually, but I've got enough kit to do them as mech infantry. And I've got to do all these guys in the Murdoch. And the reason I haven't is because painting individual guys with all those fucking dots gets a bit long in the tooth. But I should get to it at some point, and we really ought to play more of this game. And then there's this lot. You can see some of them are done in the Murdoch. It's a lot easier to do them in green just to give them a wash. That's why my Russian vehicles are all painted, but the American ones aren't, because that colour scheme takes forever. And I've got 4 of those, 2 or 4 of those Apaches, a couple more Cobras, 6 Hueys, and another 2 of those A10s to get through. And while we're doing that, terrain for Black Seas, that's right. Bunch of buildings I've got coming along. This is some of the pile. Got a few trees, and I've realised I need a shitload more trees. So I'm going to be in the market for a lot of cheap trees. That base is about the size of the base for the average small island. I'll do a couple of those, and then I'll do a big one. I'll have to cut out a bigger sheet of board. I'm going to do a coastal section. That's going to take a long time. Then, what else have we got? I'll do some victory. Some victory at sea terrain. I'll do some of these terrain pieces so they work for either system. I might get some more victory at sea. I've got a very nice bunch of fleets, but the American fleet's probably only not got enough destroyers. So, maybe some more destroyers, some more cruisers. Who knows? I'm only really thinking of this because Andrew's possibly going to get rid of his. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be tempted by that. Then what next? Yes, Prussians. On to the Prussians. You can see the 150 or so I've painted there. A couple still missing their banners. And there's some command groups over here. And I don't even know how many cavalry that is. It's about 18 or 24 or something. Something in that vicinity. And then we've got the Metcalf terrain. I love these kits. These are actually model railway kits, and they're 00/HO scale, but I use them for Team Yankee. I used them for the World War II version previously, and some of them work for World War I. But each one of the bigger kits is about a day's work when you factor in doing the basing as well, a bit less for the smaller kits. So I really want to get off my backside and assemble these, and then, maybe motivate myself to actually play more Team Yankee. And I'll be getting some more. They've got apartment complexes, which are low relief. If you glue two of them back to back, you get these awesome, like 5-story tall apartment complexes. I could do a few of those. What else? There's new factory kits that look really cool in a brutalist concrete sort of way. And a nice little overpass, a pedestrian overpass would look good. Tempt people to set up their Milans on it or something. What else have we got to do? Train board touch-ups. This board's not so bad, but if I hone in, you can see these boards accrue a bit of wear and tear over time. Every once in a while you've got to get out the poo brown paint and touch those up. So that's a job that I've got to do one day. It'll take a couple of hours by the time I do them all. And I would like to do some new boards. I have enough sections of board to do another Team Yankee one, which is desperately needed, and then do at least a 6x4 of something else, which I've been hankering to do for a long time. And I reckon it might be like a dwarf hold, a dwarf underworld or something, which the more I think about it, the more I realise how much hard work that'd be, because while it'd be basic to do the boards, you're going to have to put features on it. It's going to have dwarf terrain specifically inside of it, not just a bare cave floor and walls. That would be dull. So there's a whole lot more engineering model kits, and after that, the French have come out for Team Yankee. I really want to do a French army for Team Yankee. That might be 2025 by the time I actually get around to it. And I was just thinking, as I was getting all these things out and laying them out, this really is the penultimate first world problem. My steady paying day job doesn't leave me enough time to play with my enormous collection of toys that I've bought with my surplus income. I think I'll refrain from complaining about that. But anyway, that's it. I think by the time this video gets up live, it'll be New Year's or New Year's Eve or something like that. And I'm looking forward to another year of gaming, particularly with some of my mates being retired now, so there's more time for some of us to get games in. Anyway, feel free to hit like, subscribe, lay wagers or otherwise speculate on how much likelihood there is that I'll actually get through all this shit in 1 year. But for now, I think it's time to call it a night.